Right then, this is a quick walk around video for a really lovely Honda CR-V. This is a 2.2 SET diesel automatic, 2013, which has covered 79,000 miles. Just one owner from new, who's serviced it each and every year at the Honda main dealers. It's one of the nicest you're going to see for this age anywhere in the country, in my opinion, not only in terms of the ownership but the condition of the car as well. So it is lovely. Around the front of the car, absolutely clean, lights and lenses clear and intact, there's no cracks or condensation there. Bonnet, can't see a stone chip anywhere on there at all. Near side of the car, really crisp down the panel work, absolutely remarkably clean. The car's not even been washed, and yet it's got this lovely original sort of crisp look to the car. It's absolutely remarkable. On the back, again, absolutely beautiful condition. Off side of the car, as with the near side, it's like looking down a mirror. It's wonderfully smooth. Alloys are generally good. There is a little bit of pickling, particularly this back alloy, which was common on this age of car. This is actually much better than most, and that's the only criticism, if any, I can level at the car. But for a car that's now 11 or 12 years old, they're actually in very good condition. But the main bodywork of the car is almost blemish free. Let's come into the boot area. Cavernous boots on the CR-Vs. They are family cars, so they can be quite heavily used generally, but this one, as I said, it's been cherished in every way. Load liner fitted, as you can see, and that means carpeted area underneath. Again, just looks like new. Just coming to the back, you've got enormous amounts of legroom. My video, and I've said in every one for these videos, CR-Vs with the fabric seats, it makes the seats look sort of pinky purpley. They're not, they are black. I've no idea why my phone does this, but I've never worked it out. I've kind of given up trying now, but it is incredibly clean back here. Coming to the front and the passenger side, again, very clean and tidy, and again, they're not purple, they are black. Passenger seat there, again, in lovely condition. Finally, coming to the driver's door card, again, very clean for the age. Footwell areas, full set of tailored mats in the car, and driver's seat for a car of its age in remarkably good condition. So inside the car finally, dashboard's illuminated with the engine running, so it can be seen illuminated, sat nav, you can see, this is what the T of the SET stands for. Again, working absolutely perfectly. Coming down, just been kept in wonderful condition. Just show the dashboard binnacle there, 79,133 miles, engine's running, no warning lights on the car at all. This is a very special car, this one. Finally, just to show you, owner's manual, pack and lock and wheel nut key, all here and present with the car. Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for a Honda CR-V 2.2 SET diesel automatic. Mouthful and a half. Car's registered BV13KNH, and with a mileage of 79,133 recorded. The reason for all of our videos, and actually as I always say, especially this road test bit, is to ensure that if anyone's online looking at any of our cars, they get to see that very car actually in operation. It can be really frustrating to go and see a car and travel a great distance to go and see it, only to find out when you drive it, it's got an obvious fault that shows up, which you'd much rather known about before setting off. So that's why we do it. We also do it on these very quiet country roads. It's a beautiful part of Gloucestershire. This actually forms part of the road test route we take our customers on, and the hope is, of course, it will be representative of what you'd feel yourself should you go on a drive in the car. Coming to the car, as you know from the walk around section, a quite remarkable beast in lots of ways. Just one owner, an absolutely full Honda main dealer service history, right up to the one we've just done, and it was only done on age, the time rather than miles. It was done a couple of thousand miles ago by the Honda dealers. Oil was like new that came out. But it's done. The car, if you don't want to watch the rest of the video, pretty much drives like new. It's incredible, but I shall persist. Turn the key, engine starts and settles to a smooth, even idle. There are no warning lights on the dashboard at all relating to the engine or any other part of the car. And temperature gauge is running at a third, which is exactly where it's meant to be on a Honda vehicle. The 2.2 diesel has been one of my favourite engines for a long time. In fact, I was talking to my business partner about it yesterday because he's got one which has done nearly 160,000 miles. It sounds like a sewing machine. It's just smooth. They're wonderfully robust with good regular maintenance. They're timing chain driven, so there's no cam belts to worry about on them. But it's more than that. It's just the way they operate. It's got a really broad power band, unlike a lot of its competitors, which lull you into thinking they have, but you've got to work the engine quite hard before the turbo comes on. Then the turbo comes on in a rush, then it dies away quite quickly. Whereas this doesn't. It just pulls in a linear fashion throughout, but with real guts. But when you do put your foot down, you've just got none of that kind of raucous diesel clatter that comes with a lot of the turbo diesels. The only time you really notice it's a diesel is at very low revs, which so even Honda can't engineer out. The engine feeds through into the auto gearbox. This gearbox, by the way, actually originated in the Honda Legend, their flagship car. Reason being is when they first started doing automatics with the diesel, they didn't have an automatic which would match, because the torque demands of a diesel are much more than a conventional petrol engine. So it wouldn't have been, the gearbox they had wouldn't be man enough to deal with that. So rather than completely develop a new one, they just utilised one out of a 300 horsepower flagship car, and needless to say, it's incredibly robust. On the move, gear shifts slick, smooth, as it should be. You can use these little paddles as well if you want to, but they are very rarely utilised. On the move, with the steering and chassis, steering tracks nice and straight. There's no vibrations at this speed or any speed actually up to the legal limit. It's one of the nicer power steering systems you're going to use in an SUV. It's well weighted, it's accurate, it's precise. These aren't sports cars, there's no point pretending they are, but they do drive very nicely. They cope with bends, they sit nice and flat in the corners, they don't get lots of body motion and body roll, which more softly spun competitors will give you. They'll feel initially very comfortable, but a few challenging corners and they're quite nauseating when they go around. This doesn't rely on a firm ride to achieve really good body control, so it's a brilliantly set up car. Incidentally, absolutely no clonks or rattles from underneath the vehicle. It's all in good order there. Brakes on the car are superb, powerful brake pedal. There's no pulsing or vibrations coming back through the brake pedal, so all good. Worth pointing out, it will be heading off actually for an MOT. That's done independently of us over the next couple of days, so all these things are going to be checked anyway. Then coming inside the car, as you'd expect of any Honda, beautifully put together. You'd never believe you'd done the miles or the age of the car, because there's not a squeak or a rattle from the interior. It's a lovely place to sit as well, because you've got fantastic visibility all around the car. You can actually see the bonnet of the vehicle, which is a rarity in modern age. You've got these huge wing mirrors to help you place the car on sort of reversing or lane changing, that kind of thing. Everyone says when they drive one, you feel in control of the car very much straight away. It doesn't intimidate at all. And the dashboard layout is simplicity itself. It's a couple of days in the car, you've absolutely mastered it. Nice and easy. Sat nav up there, all working perfectly. Down below that, dual zone climate control system, so you can have different temperatures side to side if you really want to. And that pumps out lovely cold air, by the way. As always with the Honda, when you press a button, you get that lovely high quality damped feel to all switch gear. It's just beautifully done. Directly in front of me, dash binnacle is exactly as it should be, but rare in this day and age. It's just simple, crisp, white on black dials, not overdone. It's a joy to behold, in all honesty. And then you've got this lovely leather-bound steering wheel, which feels absolutely great in hand. The one button you will not find in a Honda car, so I've got someone literally wanted to drive into my boot there, is one for four-wheel drive, because it doesn't have one. It runs, the four-wheel drive system is completely automated, and it's been done for decades now. Honda worked out really quickly that most people be driving as I am now, where in perfect good conditions where you don't need four-wheel drive on. So rather than waste fuel, use your tyres more quickly or put a lot more mechanical stress through the car, which a permanent four-wheel drive system would do, it runs in two-wheel drive, front-wheel drive, and that's the most efficient way to pull a car along. Should it need to go into four-wheel drive, it does it automatically. It senses when the front wheels are starting to lose grip, let's say it's all mud or ice or something, and before you could ever react yourself, it seamlessly brings in the rear wheels to give you four-wheel drive. It's a simply brilliant system, absolutely brilliant. The lack of use gives it its inherent reliability, because we have sold thousands of these over nearly 3 decades, and I genuinely can't remember putting a spanner on any of them in terms of the four-wheel drive system. As I said at the start, this video is just to show you it in operation, but to pick up on any obvious issues, there's nothing. It drives absolutely beautifully.